Welcome back to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, first matchup, the final week of Season 14. Last round, we came away with a win. We got very lucky. My opponent, Smorgas, he was a good guy. He reached out on chat. He was a very good opponent, had a very strong roster. He handled my defense much better than I handled his, but I got lucky with fleets, and we snuck away with the win there. I don't think we're going to be as lucky this time. Let me show you what we've got going on today. So I was going to do this later today, but this is really occupying a lot of my mental real estate because this is what we got to deal with. So I kind of want to see if this is a win or loss so I can get back to work. We have to deal with SLKR. As I've said in the past, in order to match up against me, if you have a Galactic Legend, it probably means you have a lean roster in other places. So I'm going to show you where a few of these teams are. The relics are a little low on the 501st Besoar mine, but he doesn't have a full team here. And his Empire, it's very thin. He doesn't even really have a full Empire team. His First Order obviously going to be full. Galactic Republic is under relict. His Jedi here, also under relict. So you can see there's a lot of soft spots in this roster, like Rebels here. He doesn't have Han even at gear 12. You can see where the shallowness in this roster will give me some advantages, but the real problem is, can I even get through SLKR? Because if I can, it doesn't matter. I suspect there's nothing on his back wall. So let me show you what we got to deal with in this front wall. We've got crew. We've got this Phasma team. We've got a weak Geos team with a gear 11 spy. We might be able to Jawa that one. Old Republic is whatever. This bottom territory. That's the problem, but from what I could glean from the SWGOH metadata, that might be the easiest one that we could be going up against. And then we have Shaak Ti and a Newt team that doesn't have the Zetas that are going to make it scarier. Here's my defense, at least the front wall. We've got the standard stuff that you usually have been putting down. We've got our Night Sisters, this old Ben team that I lean on, Newt First Order that's very weak. This area is where I've put my strength. So we have this Darth Revan. This Darth Vader team always pulls out a decent counter, which is what I like out of it, even though it makes me a little weaker on offense. And this Night Sister team always does well for me. Because you know what, we'll just show the back wall. I'm not going to post this till later. So we've got Mon Mothma, Padme, Shaak Ti, and then Beskar Mando we finally unlocked. We brought him up to gear 12. I was thinking about saving him for offense, but when I was looking at the metadata, it did okay. It was like maybe a little worse than Night Sisters. It looks like JTR can handle it no problem, so it's at least going to take a little more than nothing to beat. We'll see how it does. All right, we're going to jump in. We have two options here. So let me talk. So before we jump in, I do want to show my opponent what his roster looks like. So here is what we are up against. Let me quickly zoom out. You can see the green and the red. He's got some good mods, but because we're not facing a lot of these teams, that's not really going to come into play. But he's in a good guild. He's doing very well this season. Obviously, no one's beat his SLKR, but overall, I have the edge in these stats. This is not as valuable to me because a lot of this is as you're working towards unlocking a GL, you're going to be picking up losses until you get them unlocked. I have a much older account, so a lot of this stuff about depth and Zetas, number of gear 11s and 12s and 13s. A lot of that's coming down to age of account. Also mods, some of this is age of account, but I have a big edge in the quality of the mods. He has them distributed on a shallower group of good characters. He does not have a usable Watt. His nest is weak. And then I have a slight edge in fleets. All right, we are going to jump in and see if we get lucky. So there's two options here. Today Clash had, well, I don't know if Clash's video today, but Arnold was talking about Clash's video today about JKR, JKL, and the armor up against SLKR in 3v3. We're going to try that out. But there is also, according to the metadata, a GAS, 5s, and Chewy team. Now, in both of those situations, we're a little under-relicked in order to go up against this SLKR. We might be able to get through it, but it might depend on the order in which we take those teams. I think we might want to go GAS first, and then see if we can clean up with JKL. But I only have a relic 5/5s, so it might not work out the way that it needs to. I almost want to just flip a coin to decide who we try first. All right, we're gonna jump in, see if this is a win or a loss. Because we at least have relics on all the characters for this counter, whether or not they're at the right relic levels or if the mods or the gear are in the right places. We do not have relics on JKR, and we do at least have a gear 11 armor, but it feels like more of a question mark. Plus our JKL is definitely too slow. All right, let's see what kind of day it's going to be. See if we're getting back to work sooner or later. All right, we took that hit. Let's see if we can get a stun. Maybe I should try to stun Hux. Stand up, Gas. You make me feel so much better if you stand up. All right, let's... I'm just wondering if I should throw an armor shred on Kylo. But I think I'm going to handle it like this. Now, I don't know if we can get through Kylo. Oh, he's got the buff immunity. Still alive. We may have won it. This is, if I don't think I want to celebrate prematurely, but okay, we're gonna see what happens here. We can't even damage him, so let's just basics. Come on, Gas, I need you back up. Come on, buddy. This Relic 5's 5 is done way better than I thought. Okay. See, I was very worried that that was not going to go well because if we needed to use JKL, then we were going to be in a situation where we dismantled all of my top teams. And since we didn't, we are going to be fine because if we need to use JKL, that would have dismantled the JKR team. It would have messed up some of my Jedi options. We had already weakened Gas. We've already weakened CLS by taking Chewie away, although we can use 3 Baka. All right, I'm feeling great. That is the best way to start off these. So in the metadata, that is, let me actually pull it up. I'm going to pull it up. So here is the metadata on SWGOH.gg. You can see, like, we can look at season 3v3, see how counters are doing up against different variants of SLKR. There are other teams you can look at if you're unfamiliar with this. But you can see here in this 76% zone is how that counter does up against Hux and Sith Trooper. If they used a different variant, like First Order with Hux, or down here with Stormtrooper or Kylo, you see how that falls down very quickly into like a 30% range, which would have not gone well. It was best case scenario that we had that to deal with. All right. Now we have been using Wampa up against Newt. That's been fun and enjoyable. This is a very weak one. I think we're just going to stick with that. Although we've been using B2, but not really a point. We'll just do that. At least the attack mod will prevent some revives, help us get through Nest a little bit more. Not really the best use of my Watt. But I'm not expecting really anything on this back wall. Although, when we've done this in the past, we have not had to deal with... This cat is making a lot of noise. Can I just get through Nest right now with like a... This is a loss. I messed this up. That's irritating. Okay, now we know not to do that with Nest around. Or should have just brought Watt or B2. All right. All right. I kind of just want to use Jedi Knight Revan. And just ignore that 5s exists here. What am I doing? Okay. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. That's some sloppy play. All right. I wish I had any idea what was going to be on this back wall. Actually, before we do that, let's throw Jawas in and see if we get lucky against the Geos. And see if we need to save a team for them or not. Nebbit's my weakest one now? Okay. Let's get that turn meter. Let's get that taunt. Now, do we blow them up or keep going? I think we're gonna keep going. All right, that's a loss. Okay. We should have thrown it. All right, we got options to clean that up with. Let's get back to Newt. I'm feeling like Palpatine. Wait, I have Grievous? I put Grievous on defense. I made a mistake. Alright, we have an extra team. We're definitely going to use Palpatine then. Who cares? Seriously? That's it? You're going to lose against a Gear 11 Django with no Zetas. That's what you're telling me right now. Oh my God. Let's get rid of this. Oh, I wish we would have saved it for right now. Ah! So irritated. Well, I want like as little as possible. Why would I take that much? Why don't I just... do something like... that. Although that protection's annoying. Ah! I can't believe we took 3 teams against that. That's just what happens when you disrespect something, when you, like... This is why I have a lot of Gear 11 stuff. You think they're weaker than they are. Alright, we've got a bunch of nonsense. Alright, let's get through this. I guess so. Normally I'd be using Boba Fett there. Do the assists to get the contract. Okay. One less thing to worry about. Give me that. No, come on. We hit that stagger and get that double tap. Give me the contract. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, we can do this. The rest of this is whatever. We've got options. We'll use Jedi Knight Luke here. I really wish my Grievous was on defense right now. Yeah, I should undersize this. I don't know why I didn't. I feel like I'm out of the habit. Okay, come on. We're just going to wrap the rest of this up. I don't think we have too much to learn from the rest of this. There we go. Or we can do whatever against the Old Republic. We got a different take on Rolo. Do we still have Nest? Or did I do something with Nest? All right, let's do the old favorites. We don't get to do this too much these days. There we go. we've got Bosk, which is probably the better place for JTR. Actually, let's double check that there's enough feet we can do. Although we have been doing that against Rollo. Let's see if CLS makes a difference. This has been my go-to Rollo counter. But usually Lando's paired up. We'll pull turn meter from the AoE. Go after Captain Han and stop the revive. Could have used a hit there. Are you serious? Yeah. It's because we're not getting those assists because of C-3PO. Yeah. C-3PO makes a difference. I'm just kind of not taking this too seriously at this point. Why did I even bring in both of them? I could have just brought in Han. Let's see if Hux can do it. I think we just take out Boba Fett. Is there anything fun that we can do? could do Fulcrum with 3 Baka. We could just... I've got the armor, right? We could do something with Mandalorians. Throw the armor shred here. We'll spread. You can't be missing Sabine. Alright, we got a daze, so we'll do the AoE. And then we'll throw it on Canderous. They're about to get through that protection. Oh my god. I think... What do we get with the third one? Since we're probably going to lose her, I'm going to throw it on Sabine now. At least she'll get some protection. You guys gotta be kidding me. You Mandalorians, just... You really gotta be better. I feel like... Old Republic is like a good threshold to measure... Like a minimum viability. Like, that's what you gotta beat. And if you can't beat the Old Republic. What bounty hunters do we have left? Nobody useful other than Bosk. Rebels might be more fun. Yeah, what if we did like that? I'm basically just assuming that my opponent does not have what it takes to take me out, which I'm not certain if that's a big assumption or not. Especially since I accidentally kept my Grievous. We may... Goofing around as much as we did may have not been the best idea. But I think we're fine. And with the defense he put down, he only has one good fleet left. And actually, his Galactic Republic's not that good. He doesn't have relics on a lot of the key pilots. It might not even be enough to handle my fleet. And I guess my rebels can be handled with Empire, since I'm going to be handling his rebels with my Empire. Let's get rid of the buzz droids off a hyena. Just keep focusing on that bomber. It's a weird reinforcement choice. It's going to make it a lot harder for his Empire to take out my rebel fleet. Stay alive, buddy. See if we can spread some target locks. Let's get rid of Biggs. We're going to lose my bomber. Okay. We'll see what kind of damage we can do. That hurts us a lot. Usually I have the Sith bomber as a reinforcement, but I didn't. I decided to undersize it. Because this Falcon has a Gear 11 Han. I don't want Vader to taunt. No, this is a loss. Oh, can we get to Thrawn? One more turn of Thrawn. I want to keep the taunt there. This one more turn. Let's get around. Come on. Stay alive. Yes. That was huge. Let's pull some turn meter. All right, fine. And we got a 7-star finalizer now. We can do that. Oh, we still have that other pilot to gear up. I guess let's do that. All right. I fully expect that to be a win, but we'll see. There's still stuff. Sometimes I get overconfident and I do dumb things when I shouldn't. We can quickly look at... No, we're fine. We're fine. All right, thank you for watching. This has been Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other.